It is time to check in with Turning Point's White House correspondent, Monica Paige, at the White House. Monica, this is one of those situations. We're going to talk about the Colorado terrorist here. This is one of those. There's a scene in Batman where Batman says to Alfred, you know how you always love to say, I told you so. And Alfred says, yeah, but I don't want to be in that position effectively. I don't want to say, I told you so. This seems exactly like one of those cases where conservatives are like, hey, we told you this stuff is happening. And, I don't want to be in a position where bad things need to happen in order to say, I told you so. Give us the lowdown on what this guy is, and those unfortunate I told you so moments.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the proper comparison that you're making, Jobob. We know Mohammed Solomon is an Egyptian national, and he came here on a tourist visa back in 2022, where he ended up landing in Colorado with his wife and 5 kids. He's charged with this federal hate crime. He told investigators that he was planned to kill everybody at this pro-Israel rally. And what's interesting is that this tourist visa that he came on in 2022 expired in February back in 2023. Then he was granted this work permit that was allegedly set to expire of March this year. He worked as an Uber driver previously, where he passed all of his background checks, including a criminal record background check as well. And this is what's really interesting is also respondents and those officials also allegedly found USAID paperwork in his car when they were doing this investigation. But this really opens up the biggest question of just how many illegal aliens are here in this country overstaying their visas. And what's unfortunate is that it's very hard to pin down and track down the number of exactly how many of those people. Apparently, according to DHS data, 314,000 illegal aliens have been overstaying their work visa. About 2,400 of them are of Egyptian descent from Egypt. So it'll be interesting to see how this administration plans on tackling this issue. And this is something that I predict is not going to go away anytime soon. I mean, just imagine how many have come into this country under the Biden administration. This is just one of how many thousands.
Yeah, and it's awful to see, Monica. I don't assume that you have the answer to this, but I'm curious about your kind of thoughts around it. Right, this guy comes in with his wife and 5 kids on a tourist visa, which means he had to have money from somewhere. And I'm questioning, okay, well, where did that money come from? And if he had money to get here, but then didn't have money to stay, and therefore needed a work permit, and then getting USAID money, like, is the administration feel like, does it feel like they're intent on finding out all of those kind of details? Because I think that's symptomatic of obviously, clearly a much bigger problem.
Absolutely. And that's a great point. I mean, the devil is in the details. When you find out what exactly is going on with this man, you can pretty much uncover a common theme with however many thousands as well. So this is something that I think that administration is taking very seriously. And unfortunately, it has come down to this. I mean, experts have been predicting perhaps October 7th style attacks here on our own soil just because of how many just skeptical people are coming through our southern border, not only southern border, but the northern border, flying them in. I mean, it was a mess under the past administration. So to try and figure this out and pin pieces together, this is a massive puzzle at this point, especially when it comes to those USAID papers. I think there's something up with that, and I'm very curious to see how this administration will handle it.
Yeah, you and I both. I'm hoping they act aggressively as they have been doing over the last couple months they've been in office. Monica Page, Turning Point's White House correspondent. Monica, thank you so much for checking in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks so much, Joe Bob. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.